What's up, everybody? Marlon Ladd here. What I am here to do today is to talk to you about sound design, which is very, very important. So, for some of y'all's films out there, if you're on the independent level or you ain't on that Hollywood level, some of y'all sound sucks. And I hate to say that, but it's true. But you know what? We're going to fix that. We're going to take care of that. Some of the things that I've noticed over the years is that people really slip on the sound and you cannot. All right. So, I'm going to take this simple scene from a film that we have been working on that will be released soon. It is called The Order of Wolves, Merrick the Assassin, and it will be on my YouTube channel in a couple of months. If you want to see me on the bigger screen, sort of, you can look up any of the movies that I'm in. Just type in Marlon, Marlon, Ladd, Ladd. Got some films coming out this year. I was in The Bet. I was in Jurassic Games 2. Had a small part in that. I've got a film coming out that I did called A Good Deal. So lots of things on the horizon. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to play this scene and then we're going to run it back. I'm going to show you the original audio and how it sounds, and then I'm going to show you what I did. Now, the problem is that when we record audio, sometimes we just record it and then we're like, oh yeah, it's good to go. That's not how you do it. If you look at any Hollywood films, if you pay attention to try and emulate that sort of production value, you need to be listening, okay? Just as human beings, as people, we hear things all the time. They may not register the same way. Like we might be listening to somebody talk, but we're still hearing other sounds, okay? So we're hearing the sounds of everything because pretty much everything makes a noise. Your mouse makes a noise. Your computer makes a noise. If you set a glass down on a table, it makes a noise. If you set a cup down, if you pick it up, if you put clothes on, all those things make noise. So what happens in some of these films is when we try and squeeze out the dialogue and the audio, it squeezes everything out because it takes out all the noise. So then all you hear is dialogue. You don't hear somebody sitting down. You don't hear somebody getting up. Those sounds have to be there. So if you squeeze the audio, like if you're using DaVinci and you use the AI to take out the noise, okay, depending on how much you squeeze it, it's going to take out some of those other sounds. You need to add those sounds back in. All right. All right. So probably nothing stood out to you that was like amazing, but maybe you were immersed in the scene and paying attention to what was going on. That's what you want. And the reason why is because the sounds that are supposed to be there are actually there. So I'm going to play you the original audio and you can see what that sounds like so you can hear the difference. Now, you heard a lot of background noise, right? So if you're trying to squeeze audio, if you're trying to get that background noise out, and then you hear like the subtlety of me taking off the glasses or folding the glasses, it's going to sound crazy. Okay. Now, let's look at this. Let's listen to the original audio. And this was recorded on a boom mic. Okay. Now, let's listen to the sound design that I did for this scene. That is much more professional. You know why? Because you don't hear all the background noise. And the footsteps and things like that don't sound far away. And that is what you want. Okay. So let me tell you how I did it and how you can do this as well. First of all, if you are doing this sound yourself, you need to get you a bunch of sound effects. Okay. So what I have done is I got a folder here. And when you find good sound effects, you want to just put them in a folder so you know where they all are. Okay. Now I have a bunch of sound effects folders. I got action sound effects. Let's see here. So this is one of my folders right here. Okay, so I have a lot of different sound effects to pull from on any film that I'm doing. Okay, so that is one option. Okay, now using DaVinci, okay, editing, they have a sound effects library. Now it's pretty good. It's not great if you're doing action stuff. They may not have what you need. Okay, but they have a lot of different things. So if you come over here, they have footsteps. Okay, you just type in the search bar and they got footsteps. Let's see what this sounds like. That's not what we need, but this right here might be. Now they sound kind of loud, but what you can do is you can select where you want it, grab it, pull it down into your timeline. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to match the footsteps up. Some of these sound effects are mono and you want to make them stereo. So that one's fine. Okay, now we want to match, let's match this step right there with this, and you want to turn it down. Okay, you want to make sure that it's subtle, that it's not too prominent, because in real life, that's how it would be. It would be subtle. Let's listen. Still too much. Turn it down. There you go. See how subtle that is? Okay. Now, the problem here is there is no atmosphere. Okay. And so once again, in any situation, there's going to be background noise. There's going to be an AC running or wind or birds or something. So we're inside. So what I did for this scene, and once again, let's play it so you can hear what it sounds like. It's very subtle. Okay. And what I did was I added some ambience. And a lot of times what you can do is you can just record the ambience on set. You can get about a minute long of it. Okay. So I just added it down here. So it's underneath everything and it's very subtle, not too distracting. Okay. All right. So what you want to do is you want to add a sound effect for every step. Okay. Now, if you're looking over here and you do not find the sound effect, I'm going to show you where you can go. This is one of the best resources, free resources that I have found, freesound.org. Sign up. I encourage you to sign up. Use this. I use this all the time. If I am editing something and I need something, I would just come here and search. Yesterday I was looking for radio static, for instance. But let's just type in footsteps. So look at here. You got footsteps on concrete inside. Let's go footsteps inside. And then what happens is why are you freezing up? There we go. Okay. So what happens is you will have a bunch of different people that have uploaded sounds, and then you just listen. Nope, too much background noise. Nope. That's not bad. You might be able to turn that down. But you just keep going through. Nope. The sounds. And usually the first the first few that you upload will be good. These are not good. So let's take out the inside. Let's just go footsteps. Nope. Not good. And you can kind of look at the waveform and kind of determine what might be good just by looking at it. Footsteps on leaves if you need that. So in this particular situation, DaVinci had what I needed. So it was already there. But if you can't find it there, just come over here. And just do a search and then see what you can come up with. And then if you like anything that you see over here, like I like that one. So you would click on it, do a rating if you want to, download the sound, put that in your folder, put it in your project, add it in, and you are good to go. Okay, so this is the first of many of these videos that I'm going to do on sound. I'm going to do some sound on some action sound effects. But this stuff is important. So if you're trying to do a professional film and you have to do the sound yourself, it's not that complicated. Just got to pay attention to detail. This is how you do it. So once again, let's go back to this particular part. Listen. Hear all the background noise. Don't sound good. But even in that shot, you could hear the sound of the glasses, right? So if I'm playing this in a timeline, I need that sound. And I need that sound of my character taking off the glasses. Very subtle, but very important. And of course, the music helps. So anyway, I hope this video has helped some of y'all. Please get your sound on point because it makes a heck of a difference. And if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. Until next time, I am Lad, Martin Ladd, and I'll holler.